this amendment is germane to the bill in chief because it deals with emergencies and accountabilities. And the amendment establishes a day of remembrance for a disastrous directive put in place by our disgraced former governor during the COVID-19 state of emergency. And if you all recall, last year, our conference introduced a resolution that would designate March 25th We Care Remembrance Day in an effort to honor the legacies of the 15,000 plus New Yorkers who lost their lives in nursing homes during the pandemic. Sadly, the supermajority refused to adopt that resolution. So today, we are advancing an amendment that would permanently designate March 25th as We Care Remembrance Day here in the state of New York. According to the sponsor's memo of the bill in chief, on August 4th, 2020, Tropical Storm Isaias revealed significant vulnerabilities in the preparedness of LIPA that impacted its ability to serve its customers. The sponsor's memo implies that the poor response endangered medically vulnerable customers, right? So when the sponsor says that the bill is necessary because LIPA should be held accountable for its failure to effectively implement its emergency response plan and service its customers, I totally agree with the sponsor that after any state emergency, we need to look back, evaluate our response, and use what we have learned to improve. But why are we willing to do that for a power outage, but we are not willing to do it for a pandemic that killed thousands of New Yorkers? If we want to talk about endangering medically vulnerable New Yorkers, then we need to talk about, investigate, and ensure we never re-implement the kind of state policy that sent a virus directly into the homes of the most vulnerable. We owe it to these families. This Friday marks the 2-year anniversary of that deadly order. And 2 years later, these families who lost loved ones are without answers. And some of those families are here. Janice Dean, Sean, and Donna, thank you. We have the Abernini family, and I think Vivian and Alexis are here from the Voices of Seniors. And I'm sorry that you had to come up here and relive this, but thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here. You know, this is not a Republican or a Democratic issue. These are family members. I want to remind my colleagues that it is never too late to do the right thing. And we can start by advancing this amendment that simply seeks to acknowledge the tremendous loss that these families have felt, ensure the memories of their loved ones live on, and show our commitment to never, ever letting this happen again. We will never forget, and this conference will not stop pushing for the answers and accountability that these families and all New Yorkers so deserve. Thank you, Mr. President.